What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. In today's video we are checking out one of the latest and also one of the most powerful hoverboards from GoTrax. So this one has dual 250 watt motors and on one charge you can get between 5 and 7 miles of range. Of course that range will depend on your weight, because if you're heavier like me you're not gonna get that 7 miles, and of course the terrain that you're riding on. Now this is also quite heavy, it weighs 22 pounds, so if you do run out of power you're gonna have to carry this, and 22 pounds is not easy to carry for an extended period of time. So this one has 8.5-inch wheels, and if you're planning to buy a hoverboard, I highly recommend that you get one that has 8.5-inch wheels versus one that has 6.5-inch wheels. I also have one of those, but those aren't as easy to ride. Since this one has the bigger wheels, you can kind of go off-road. Well, not necessarily off-road, but you don't necessarily need a flat surface to ride this on. So with this one you can go a bit over grass, you can go over some rocks. With other ones that have smaller wheels, riding isn't that easy. So whatever hoverboard you may get, try and get one that has 8.5-inch wheels, because it's gonna make your life way easier. Alright, so for a super quick unboxing, in the box you're obviously going to find the hoverboard. There is also a user manual, and if this is your first hoverboard, maybe that user manual will come in handy, and of course you're going to find the charger. Now charging this from 0 to 100 takes between 3 and 4 hours. I'm going to say about 3 hours and a half. So when you run out of power, you know that you're going to have to wait about 3 hours to get back on it. The maximum speed for this particular hoverboard is 7.4 miles an hour. That's about 12 kilometers an hour. And even though that doesn't sound like a lot, when you're actually riding at that speed, this feels extremely fast. Not to mention that if you're gonna fall at that speed, it's not gonna be great. So always remember to use protective gear whenever you're riding one of these. The hoverboard itself is mostly made out of plastic and rubber. Of course, the wheels here are made out of rubber. Inside the wheels here, we also have some LEDs. Now, unfortunately, you can't really see these in direct sunlight. However, if you're riding in the evening, you can definitely see those LEDs inside the wheels. We have some more LEDs on the back here. So whenever you're riding, these are gonna be blue. If you turn left or right, they're gonna flash yellow, depending on the direction that you're going, and whenever you brake they're gonna turn red. So these are kind of like turn signals on the back of the hoverboard here. And then we have two more LEDs on the front here, or on the top here. One of them will show you whenever you are low on battery, but unfortunately the low battery LED is kind of useless, because whenever this comes on, the hoverboard is kind of done. So you're not going to be able to ride that much longer whenever this light comes on. The top side here is also made out of rubber, so wherever your feet are standing is rubber. That makes sense, so you don't actually slip. And at the bottom we also have some holes for the speaker. So this is also a Bluetooth speaker. Whenever you turn it on, you can connect to it and the hoverboard can actually play music. Personally, I don't do that when I ride because I find it a bit cringy, but I did see some other people riding hoverboards and having music playing while they ride. Riding one of these is also a lot of fun after you get used to it. It's gonna take you 2 or 3 days to get used to it. At first it is a bit overwhelming, but once you get used to it, it is a lot of fun to ride. This particular one also has a self-balancing function, so it will keep itself straight, but you can also turn that off. And once you're used to it and you know how to ride it good, it's actually more fun to turn that off than have it on. Power-wise, this has plenty of power for most people. Mostly if you're riding on a flat surface, it does have a lot of power, but when you go uphill, you're gonna feel the hoverboard slowing down. Of course, that has a lot to do with your weight, because if you're heavier like me, the hoverboard will slow down more. But whenever my daughter rides the hoverboard, it doesn't slow down uphill. So it really depends on your weight, basically. But overall, I feel that it has plenty of power for most people. So to quickly conclude this video, a hoverboard like this one is a lot of fun. I'm happy with the battery life, I'm happy with the power that it has, the build quality is also pretty good. I wish to have had a better battery meter, because the way it is, you don't really know how much power you have left, and you may run out of power while riding, and then you have to carry it, which kind of sucks. Now, compared to the other one that I have a smaller one that has 6.5 inches wheels. This one is much better, because you can actually ride on sidewalks, you can go over gravel and such, because the wheels are bigger. So if you do plan on buying a hoverboard, one that has 8.5-inch wheels is definitely the way to go. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.